Pastor Kathy from First United Methodist Church in Picayune.
And this is Brother Jarod.
From the same church.
Yay.
And we welcome you back to our family devotion and craft night. Our real craft today comes to us from the Encyclopedia of Bible Games and Crafts. This comes to us from Group Publishing, and it's actually on the cover. We're going to make a variation of this little sheep. We actually have one already done. So we have a little cup on this end and a little sheep on this end, and it's actually going to be correlating or going along with the parable of the lost sheep. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to show you how to make this little sheep and how the sheep is lost and how you can find it.
Yeah.
For this craft, I'm going to set him to the side. You will need some black paper.
Black paper.
A light colored paper.
Light colored paper.
Some cotton balls.
Cotton balls.
And here we have some eyes.
Googly eyes.
Googly eyes. Of course, you can always draw your own eyes, but we actually have these at the church. And then we have a couple of pony beads in here.
Of what?
Pony beads. You might want to show that to the people. Yeah, there we go. Maybe if the camera will focus on that.
I'm trying.
You're trying. We have some glue, ribbon, trusty scissors.
Yes.
And a couple of cups.
Cups.
And our first step in making our craft is building the sheep. And so that's what we're going to focus on to start. And what we want to do is cut a large circle. That's going to be our sheep's body. So if you want a chunky sheep, you can make a larger circle. If you want a petite sheep, make a smaller circle. And then do make a smaller circle, and that's going to be the little sheep's head. So here we have a circle. To me, this is a medium-sized circle, just to give you some context. And a little small circle, and that's going to be the sheep's head, and this is the sheep's body.
Yeah.
We're going to have a chunky boy over there.
I'm having a chunky boy.
And it will be cute. So next you cut out your sheep's head and body. We are now done with our white paper.
Give me the white paper.
Here you go. And now we need our cotton balls.
Cotton ball time.
We're going to glue our head onto our sheep's body before we get too much further, so we don't accidentally not leave room for it. So take your little head and set it against your body, and you want about half of the head still on the body and half sticking out. It can be at whatever angle you want. If you want your sheep looking down, angle it down. If you want your sheep looking up, angle it up. It's whatever you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down.
Can I have a Franken sheep?
What are you going to do with your Franken sheep?
Put his head on the top.
Yeah, sure. We made a craft very similar to this with the kids at Turbo, and we had some Franken sheep created then. And so if your child at home decides they want to make a Franken sheep, sometimes you just have to let it happen.
Yep.
So once you get your head glued to your body, you're going to begin gluing your cotton balls. Mm-hmm. And you want to glue them on your body closely, densely packed together. Finished mine. He looks like this so far. And that's what Pastor Jarod's looks like. And some of these in the actual making and playing of the craft game, I discovered that some of the little wool might come a little loose, but that's okay. Just have to reattach it with glue. It's not an emergency if your sheep accidentally loses a limb or loses a cotton ball. You can always fix it.
Like mine, one of mine just fell off, but I've got the magic glue.
Exactly. We're going to be moving on now to its legs, ears, and tail. And you just want to cut out just a little rectangle and cut that rectangle in half and cut each half into half. So you're essentially cutting it into quarters. And these are its little legs, or it will be the little legs. How's it going?
I'm having trouble, but that's okay.
That's okay. So I found it easier to go ahead and put dots at the tops of your legs. So we're going to attach the little legs to the back of our sheep. You can put them on however you want. If you want your little sheep to have angled legs, you can do that. If you want them to be straight, you can do that. But I like to pair my legs up so that there's 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Some crafters, especially younger ones, might have a different interpretation of what a sheep looks like, but this is their work, their little masterpiece. Did you lose a leg?
I lost a leggy.
Okay, so get your little legs glued down. You can turn it to the front and adjust them. That leg is hiding a little bit. And once you get your legs glued, I'm going to put my sheep face down. Not because we don't love our sheep, because I don't want it to get glued and stuck to the table.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Next, we're going to make the ears and the tail. And really, they can be whatever shape you want. But I cut out, this is, I guess, a rectangle. And I'm going to cut off one corner, like so. And cut off another corner, like so. So we're left with 2 little triangles. So you can see that. And this is going to become its ears. So we're going to glue the triangle down like so. It doesn't really matter what direction the triangle's facing. You could, yes. Okay, you're gluing it to the back of your head.
I got that.
And you're gluing it towards the top because the ears are on the top of the head. You can put it pointy side down. You could do a flat edge down. If you want a small ear, you can make the tips, the top of the triangle face the back. You can make it face the front.
Okay.
It's your little sheep. So we're going to put our ears up to the back of the head. If you want a lot of ear showing, just overlap the ear with the head a little bit more. If you want a big pointy ear sticking up, just put a little bit behind the head and have the rest sticking out. If it's a little funky looking, that's okay. It's an interpretation of a sheep. We're going to go back to where we cut the ears out of. Are you okay?
I'm all right.
Okay. And did you use all your paper in your ears?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I lost it.
How'd you?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I found a ruby.
Okay. And just cut another triangle out, or cut a piece off. You can use the triangle portion. You can use this portion. This is for the tail. And then if you'll notice, there's a lot of fluff back here. So if you actually want your tail to be seen, you want it to be kind of long, like that. So if you have a short or a small piece of paper like so, and you glue it to your sheep, you're not going to see it. So you want something a little bit longer. And I think I'm going to use a rectangle one instead of my triangle piece. So just a dot of glue. And push your little tail in. And we have a sheep coming along.
Yay!
Very good. Okay. Are you ready to do its little face?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick out 2 eyes from our eye bag.
And get a giant eye and a baby eye.
Okay. And I'm going to get 2 normal size eyes. There you go. And with these, you're going to glue them to your little head, like so. Okay, try and glue them to the top of your head. In a place where eyes should be. If you end up with eyes in the middle of the head, or if your eyes are too big for the head, you can just be a very special, sweet, kind sheep.
Make sure you don't put too much glue because it'll become too top heavy and your sheep's head will drag a little bit. So just be careful not to use too much glue. Turbo kids, you know this. Oh, they do.
And then once you get your little eyes glued on, you're going to make him a little smiley face because we have a happy sheep. There you go.
My sheep is going to be surprised.
Okay, you can have a surprise sheep. And we're going to clean up a little bit of this glue. It's made a little bit of a mess.
My sheep is surprised.
How much of this we have? We're going to take our ribbon now. And it's roughly 2 feet of ribbon. I did from my hand to my elbow twice. That's how precise of a measurement this is. So if you're at home and you're wondering how long, just kind of estimate. That's totally fine. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and cut you one as well.
Yes.
There you go. We're also done with the black paper. You're going to set that to the side. And we're going to tie our ribbon around the center of our sheep. Gave him a little belt. That's all you're doing. And then you turn your sheep over to the back and use a little bit of your glue on the ribbon to keep it in place. So I definitely had some ribbon slippage earlier. We kind of want to avoid that. So for our devotion time today, our scripture comes from the Gospel of Luke. Luke can be found in the New Testament. It's one of the books that tells us about the lives of Jesus. So that is why it's called the Gospel, because it contains the good news. And we're going to be in Luke chapter 15, and we're going to read verses 3 through 7. And this is a parable. So a parable is a story Jesus would use to teach his disciples and his followers about very important things and truths about his kingdom. So verse 3. Then Jesus told this parable. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost sheep." I tell you that in the same way, There will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who do not need to repent. So we're talking about some lost sheep today. But before we get in discussion of the sheep, have you ever been lost before?
Yes, I get lost all the time.
Tell me about that. Or tell them about that.
Well, sometimes I'm wandering around the house and I want to go do something and I go through a door and then I just forget what I need to do. Or even when I get in the car, sometimes I get lost if the GPS doesn't tell me what to do. Or sometimes I even get lost at home, trying to find a bathroom. It happens every now and then.
It just happens every now and then. So how do you feel when you're lost?
Well,
is it a good feeling?
No, it's not a good feeling.
No.
I feel kind of lonely, like I don't know where I'm going, stuff like that.
A little confused too.
Confused, yeah.
I imagine some people when they're lost feel afraid. So in this case, what did the shepherd do when he realized that one little lamb was lost?
Well, didn't he try to go find him?
He went to go find the sheep. He went to go find the little lost lamb. If you were a little lost lamb, how would that make you feel?
I'd probably be scared. I'd be looking for all my friends, maybe even looking for the shepherd. So
how would it feel for the shepherd to come find you?
I think that'd be really nice if someone went to go find me.
It'd be very comforting.
Comforting?
Yeah. Yeah. If you were a little lamb who was lost, what do you think it would be like out on your own?
Well, it'd be scary.
Yeah. You might fall down the cliff. I don't think little lambs are that bright.
I might get hungry.
You might get hungry.
Yeah, I might.
You might become food for someone else, and that's a little scary.
You could be tired.
That's right. So it's not good for a little lamb to be lost and out on his own. So that's why it's important for the shepherd who takes care of his sheep to go find the little lost lamb. Now, in our story, Jesus is like that shepherd. He searches for the lost lambs. Jesus looks for the people who are lost in sin, who are lost and broken, who are separated from God, who are lonely, who are sad, who are confused. Jesus cares for everyone, including those people. And just like the lost lamb whom the shepherd found, Jesus searches after those people who are far from God, who are just sad and lonely and confused. And we, the church, and Jesus rejoices whenever they can find those lost little lambs and bring them closer to God. Now, Jesus always goes after the lambs to help bring them back into a relationship. Does he forces himself on the lambs?
No, he doesn't force them. He doesn't try to be overbearing or anything.
No. He loves them and welcomes them into his family and back into the sheepfold. And that is our devotion for today, is that Jesus finds the lost sheep. He finds those who are lonely and sad, and he loves them and cares for them and welcomes them back home.
Yeah.
Our sheep need a few more minutes to dry, and so we're going to let that happen, and we'll see you in a few minutes. We're back. Our sheep have been drying, and we're going to go ahead and continue and finish this craft. So we have our cup here, and I went ahead and stuck holes in the bottom of the cup. Since these are plastic, I had to use a knife, so you might want to do that for your kids at home, or use a paper cup. Either one would work. So we're going to take our ribbon, the end that's now attached to the sheep, and thread it through the cup. Yeah, I need to do this. And you want to go from the inside to the cup to the out. And I'm just using the pencil to help push it through.
Woot, I got it.
You got yours?
I just hummed the Mission Impossible theme and it gave me inspiration. Da-na-na.
Hum it for me.
No.
It is not working. Okay. Once you get it pulled through, you want to go ahead. I'm going to widen my hole a little bit with my pencil. Go ahead and pull through just about 2 inches.
It is not 2 inches.
No, it's more like. There you go.
There we go.
Try a knot.
Right there.
Flush against the base of the cup.
Ooh, big words.
I know. Finally got mine through.
There we go.
It took way more effort than needed to be.
I got it.
Okay. You need your 2 inches.
Another knot?
Yeah, you want to make your knot at the base
Oh,
of your
that's
2
right.
inches.
There
There you go. Because our knots are still small, I'm going to take our pony bead and thread it through the ribbon.
There we go.
There you go. Okay. Now take your bead and thread it through the end of your ribbon. And take it kind of towards the bottom knot.
Okay, Sarah.
Okay. And bring your end around, the loose end around, and tie another knot around your bottom knot. If you're following along at home, it should be your only knot. But
Do.
there you go. How's it going over there?
I'm having trouble.
I can hear. And now I'm going to tie it a few more times. And we're putting the bead here so that our string doesn't come through the bottom of our cup. Because our bead is bigger than the hole. You just tying it. Let me see. Yeah, see, you got it.
Donna. I did it.
Great. You did a great job. Now, why is there a cup? Why is there a string? Why is there a lamb on a string? Well, this is our little lost lamb. And our little lost lamb has gone wandering away. And our shepherd, which is this cup, needs to catch the lamb.
Yeah.
And so you've seen the ball and the cup games. That's pretty much what we just made. So we're going to try and catch our lambs. And see? Try to. It also helps if you make your sheet the size of your cup.
Jesus needs to get a little more swole.
Yes, well, Jesus. Keith, I saw you with the picture. We are going to be right back, folks. Where we're at right now, my shepherd has caught his lost sheep. Jesus over here. Well, we needed a bigger shepherd. We needed a bigger Jesus.
He became a beefcake. He went to the gym, got swole.
Our little cup went to the gym and became a pitcher. That is exactly how it works. And so now Pastor Jarod can catch his little lost sheep.
This is long, dude.
Well, I gave you some extra
This is like
ribbon.
long sheep, man.
Because I didn't.
Yeah, look at
There
that.
you go.
I totally did not cheat.
You didn't do that all. So thank you for joining us tonight. If you made this craft at home, please let us know. I'd love to see your pictures and hear your responses to the craft. If you have any suggestions for future crafts, comment below. Like and share among your friends. And we'll see you later. Thank you.
I love it when a plan comes together.